You ever walk into a place just trying to eat, and suddenly you feel like the whole room decided you don't belong there? Like they already made up their minds before you even opened your mouth? That's exactly what happened to me one snowy night in Lakemont, Pennsylvania. I was cold, hungry, and tired, but I had just enough from my monthly veterans check to treat myself to a hot plate of meatloaf and a cup of coffee. Simple things, right? I wasn't asking for charity, just a meal in peace. I walked into Sally's diner, brushed the snow off my coat and sat down like anybody else. Didn't even take a second before the place went quiet. Too quiet. People looked at me like I'd brought the storm in with me. Now, I've been through worse. 3 tours overseas, 2 Purple Hearts, a Silver Star, but nothing cuts deeper than coming home and being treated like a problem instead of a person. Still, I sat there, nodded to the waitress, her name was Ellie, and asked for coffee and the special, nice and calm. Didn't matter. 2 local cops sitting in the back, Officer Dunn and Officer Riley, started mouthing off like I couldn't hear them. Said I looked like the type to steal silverware or shoot up in the bathroom. Called me a fake vet. Said I probably never saw a day of combat. Yeah, that happened. I didn't react. I just sipped my coffee, eyes forward. But they came over anyway, boxed me in on both sides like I was some kind of threat. Riley even tossed a sugar packet on my plate and told me to dance for it. I looked at him, picked up that sugar packet, and set it back on his table. Calm as ever, I said, I earned my dignity in Fallujah. I don't need to earn it again, not from you. You could feel the air shift. Riley's face went red, and Dunn reached for his belt like that was supposed to scare me. They said I had to leave, said I was disturbing the peace. I told them I paid for that food, and I was going to finish it. That's when Ellie stepped in, said I hadn't done anything wrong. She was shaking, but she stood her ground. And Dunn? He turned on her like a switch, told her to mind her business or her brother, a rookie at the police academy, might find himself in trouble. Still, she didn't back down. Matter of fact, her phone was already recording in her apron. Riley grabbed my arm, tried to drag me out. I didn't fight, didn't flinch. Just turned to Ellie and said, if anything happens to me, and call General Harrington at the Pentagon, tell him Mason Brooks needs help. Now, I know how that sounds. Homeless guy talking about Pentagon generals. Folks probably thought I was delusional. Dunn sure laughed like it was the funniest thing he'd heard all week. They tossed me in the cruiser like garbage. My dog tags hit the ground in the struggle. Riley stepped on them and smirked. Guess you're not such a hero now, he said, and slammed the door shut. But Ellie, bless that girl, she picked up those tags after we were gone, held them in her hands, read the name, and did something most people wouldn't dare. She called the number I gave her. Turns out, General Harrington still remembered the man who dragged him out of a burning Humvee 20 years ago. Still kept his promises. And when he heard my name, he moved fast. By nightfall, Department of Defense agents showed up at the station. Walked me out with full honors like I was some damn diplomat. Riley and Dunn just stood there, jaws slack, watching it happen. One of the agents told them to review the Constitution, especially the part about civil rights. I didn't say a word, just walked out with my head high. But this wasn't just about me. Ellie's video blew up. Civil rights attorney Ava Reyes got involved. She started digging, and what she found? It was bigger than any of us imagined. Turns out Riley, Dunn, and a bunch of others in the Lakemont PD were part of a group called the Shield Men. Sounded like a superhero club, but it was anything but. These guys were working with a private defense contractor called North Point Global. North Point was buying up cheap property all over town, and guess who was making that land cheap? Cops like Dunn and Riley, targeting homeless folks, veterans especially, clearing us out so those companies could build condos and boutique shops. And they were getting paid for it. Bonuses for every problem removed. Doesn't matter if you had a Purple Heart or a shopping cart. If you didn't fit their vision of Lakemont, they'd make you disappear. Some folks just got arrested. Some got beaten. And some, they were never seen again. Ellie got fired for speaking up. Then she got grabbed right off the street by those same cops, dragged to an abandoned warehouse. They wanted to know what she knew, who she'd talked to. She kept recording the whole time, even had a recorder hidden in her shoe. Brave as hell. We got her out, me and a few old friends from the service. Didn't use force, didn't make a scene. Just precision, quiet, disciplined, like we used to do overseas. That recording? It was the final nail. We went public with everything. The Shield Men, the payments, the disappearances. The internet lit up like fireworks on the 4th of July. Justice for Mason trended for days. News vans showed up. North Point started scrubbing their websites. Dunn went into hiding. Riley, well, he turned up dead. Overdose, they claimed. But his wire was missing. We all knew what really happened. And the head of the Shield Men, Captain Wilcox, tried to flee the country, almost made it too. But my unit, we got there first. Let's just say he's in federal custody now, and he won't be going anywhere for a long time. We had a town hall full of vets, lawyers, reporters, families of the missing. Ellie spoke. So did I. Told them everything. About the war, about my wife dying because the VA lost her paperwork, about losing my house, my job, my place in the world. I looked at them and said, I took an oath to defend this country from enemies, foreign and domestic. What happened in Lakemont wasn't just about me. It was about corruption that wears a badge, shakes your hand, then stabs you in the back. That day, we didn't just expose a few bad cops. We cracked open an entire system designed to erase people like me. And for once, it couldn't hide.
But here's the thing. We got lucky. We had a video. We had a girl brave enough to call the damn Pentagon. We had allies in the right places. Not everyone does.
So let me ask you something. If you saw a man like me in that diner, would you have spoken up? Would you have looked the other way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear 'em, the good, the ugly, the truth. Because this story, it ain't just mine. It's America's.